Hello friends, it's Chromatic Sauce and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Captain America color. Now, like I said in the last tattoo talk through, this is going to be the last of the old style of the way I was editing these videos. And like always, if you have any input of how you would like to see these videos edited, definitely let me know in the comments below. I've been splitting them up so I can keep them more regular length at this point, so we can focus on the lines and then the color. Would you like it just all in one? I feel like some people want to see line work, some people want to see color. Let me know what you're looking to see. How would you like this presented? And let me know if you have any other ideas for tattoos you'd like to see from me. Or tattoos? Well, like if you have any advice that you would like about getting tattoos, whether it's a placement, how to prepare for a tattoo. I think I have a couple ideas in mind already, but I would definitely like feedback from my audience. Anyway, let's get into this video. So if you saw the last one, I basically rambled on about my concept for this entire like lower leg sleeve. It's been a little bit since I talked about this, so it's kind of nice to have it. It's kind of nice to be reacting to this not so fresh. I'm sitting down to record a few videos today, so it's been a while since I tattooed these. And I feel like it'll be more of a reaction instead of like a tutorial, which is maybe a little bit closer to what I want to show. I do want to describe what I'm doing, but I don't necessarily need it to be like a step-by-step what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what my goal is. Definitely let me know if you have questions at all in the comments. But yeah, so I guess I'll just start talking about what I'm doing. So after I finished lining the background and I did all the black shading, I like to get a solid base like that, because black is something that is the most solid structure in a tattoo. I've said this before in other videos. The black is like the skeleton of the tattoo, especially for color tattoos. And certain colors are worse than others. Like for instance, oranges and yellows are gonna fade and dissipate into the skin a lot faster than like these blues or other colors like that. But in general, color is gonna be more likely to fade and like not hold a very solid structure. Black and gray is a little bit different because black and gray is black ink going into the skin. So black and gray can fade, but black is always going to have a stronger staying power than any color pigment, if that makes sense. Now for things like this, the lower leg, it doesn't matter that much for the lower leg, you know, unless you're laying out to tan. If you're someone who likes to lay out to 10, if you're someone who likes to lay out to tan though, you might not be someone who wants to get a lot of color tattoos anyway. Not to like put any judgments, not in a judgmental kind of way, but in a, I don't know, you probably wouldn't want to get colors if you also want to lay out to tan like in a couple months, you know. UV is gonna fade. We've all been to school, right? And then like the teacher, like especially like in first grade and stuff, and the teacher would have their like bulletin board on the wall, and it always looks so beautiful at the beginning of the year. And then throughout the year, you never noticed that it was changing because the teacher never changed it, or like maybe once throughout the year they would change it and you would notice this. But as soon as they take that paper off, then you see the line. Oh wait, can you even see that? Then you see the line of where the paper was, because that construction paper in the background, like maybe it was red construction paper, it fades with the sun. We know about things fading in the sun. I just wanted to talk about that. But so tattoos aren't gonna fade that quickly. Like if you get a tattoo with orange or red ink this year, as long as the tattoo artist is putting it into the skin in a pigmented way, you shouldn't really have to worry about the sun fading your tattoo at all. Maybe that's how I could do these videos. Like I could just choose some aspect of tattoos to talk about during the talk through, since it's not like a tutorial, and then like sometime, I don't know, let me know what you guys want to see. But so like that construction paper doesn't have anything to protect it from the sun, right? No one's ever putting sunblock on it. There's no layers of skin healing over the pigment. Those layers of skin can do a decent amount to protect the pigment underneath, but they're usually pretty see-through, so it doesn't do much. And then blah, blah, blah. But so the pigments in your skin are different than the construction paper. It's not going to fade in a year. It's not going to go from that bright red to that burnt orange, sort of like whatever it fades to. It won't happen very soon, but especially if you like to go outside a lot, I don't even know why. Oh, because I was talking about the skeleton thing. Especially if you want to go outside a lot, having too much color, like in 10 years, if you have a lot of color tattoo and you love going outside a lot, most of the colors will definitely dull out. Kind of happens anyway. The more you go in the sun, the more it's going to happen. The less you protect your tattoos from the sun by covering them or sunblock in any capacity, the more those colors are going to fade, especially on the shoulders and the arms. Legs can be good. They don't get a ton of sun unless you're laying out, like I was saying. But then, wait, I had a brain fart. On the other side of that, oh, I lost it. What was I even saying? Who knows? The tattoo, something about a tattoo, something about fading in the sun. Oh, generally, if you're putting sunblock on, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Most tattoos aren't going to look... Okay. Most tattoos can look really good in 10 years' time. A lot of people, no matter what, color's gonna eventually fade a little bit. The more you protect it, the more you can prevent the fading. But either way, we're setting this up by putting black down. Black isn't going to fade the same way that color will. It's not going to blur or break down the same way that color may over time. And then also, in addition, color is more likely to blur. Like, the edges will blur more. So, like, the color is more likely to, like, dissipate in the skin and be less bold. But the black is going to be more likely to stay where you put it, or, like, closer to where you put it. I feel like I'm just rambling. Let me know if it makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions about this. But yeah, so I want to give it a nice, like, skeleton. I want to give the tattoo nice bones by doing that black shading, so that even if the blue sort of fades a little bit, we still have some dimension in some of those spots. Like, even if everything lightens up, there's still black pigment there. The same thing with black and gray. Like the sun can fade it and lighten it, especially washes. A lot of people don't put washes, like gray washes, in saturated enough. So even in that point, the black pigment is going to be way more solid than, like, the gray washes. But it's all going to fade. It's all going to fade over time. So that's why I did black pigment. I'm just rambling. But so after that, I laid over it. A lot of tattooing. My mentor, I guess, described it maybe more similar to, like, watercolor, in terms of the color is see-through and stuff. So any black lines, like the scales, or what are they supposed to be on Captain America's arms, like the top part, the scales or whatever, I lined that with black lines, and then I stippled around, like, the muscles. I did some stipple shading with black pigment to give it some dimension, and then I went over it with a really dark blue. You have to have contrast for things to pop. Like, you can see now how the shield is kind of coming together, and I didn't finish the body of him yet, but, like, that skin break in comparison to those really dark tones, that's what makes the tattoo pop. So I'm only going to do really light. I'm probably going into it. Now, I don't know what I'm doing right now in the video. But so instead of just going in with a really dark blue, that probably would be a pretty nice contrast to the skin break, or even the lighter blues I'm going to go into using. Having that extra shading of a little bit black is just going to like punch punch the deepness factor. Okay, this doesn't punch it down. I don't know why we're punching things. The black will increase the intensity, make those dark points a little bit darker than just dark blue. I think it makes it a little bit more successful, because then it's the darks that make your lights pop. You need black, you need saturation You need depth, or your, like, this shiny part of the shield isn't going to be shiny if there's no black. So I didn't want to make the shield too dark. I can sometimes be a little apprehensive adding too much pigment. But I think I might even, after this, layer in a little bit more black, unless I already did. I feel like I do remember, like, after I was done the color, that I wanted it to be a little bit darker, but I don't remember if I haven't been watching. Let me know if I did that already. But that depth, like, that darkness is what makes the highlights pop. I didn't want the shield to be too dark. I didn't want it to be, like, solid black. I always get a little scared, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better over the past, like, year of just hopping straight in with, like, a little more saturation, a little bit more color. Because honestly, I would rather it come back a little bit light, a little less saturated. And if someone's not happy with how it looks, I would rather deepen it up then than go too dark. I see so many tattoos where it's like that's really dark, or like this person didn't really think about how this aspect would layer with this aspect. And now there's, like, dark on dark. So I really like to, I would prefer most of the time to leave it a little lighter, see how it comes back, and deepen up the saturation if we can. But so, yeah, after the dark blue, I went in with, like, lighter blues. I think I might have even brought in a little bit of, like, teal. It's hard because I think I was using the teal for other parts of this, like, lower leg sleeve. So I wanted Captain America. I think this might be baby blue. I don't know if I added teal. But I wanted Captain America's blue tones to be different than, like, Elsa's blue tones. So I think I went a little bit more warm with her for a lot of her parts. Like, her dress has, like, a little bit more of a teal. Like, it's still blue. It's still a light blue, but it's got that warmer tint. So Captain America has more of a baby blue thing going on. But I still, all of the characters have a little bit of a warm highlight coming on them. I really don't remember, I haven't looked at this tattoo in, like, a little while. I've been depressed, guys. Like, I can't function. I can barely post anything, but... And then, like, every time I want to film, I have a giant pimple, like, somewhere. I was like, screw it. If you guys want to complain about my pimple, I hope I get that engagement. No, but so it's been a while since I looked at this tattoo and this video. I don't even think I posted it on Instagram yet. I didn't post most of these characters on Instagram because I'm just like, eh. But not because I don't like them. I don't know why I don't post things. I'd rather post it to YouTube. But it's even harder to post on YouTube sometimes just because of how much more time consuming it is. Like, I find it way more fun and engaging to post on YouTube and have more of a process about the posts. But yeah, so here I'm going in with the highlights. I think I probably have finished. Oh yeah, here I'm doing the yellow highlights. So I went with that baby blue for his tones just so he would be a little different. But we still have, like, I think this is a teal highlight on his one side because that's, like, glow coming from Elsa and her snow. Because the snow is what's turning into the stars in the background whenever we get to that point. So, like, his base is definitely that baby blue. But I used the teal because I used that on every character too, I think, in some capacity. It's been a minute. I used the teal and that warm, like, golden yellow to tie it all together, but that way he still has that pastel blue as a base to really help him pop. But yeah, so I'm just laying that over, like, some of the other stuff I did. I sort of did a similar thing with the hand. You know, I'm just talking. What am I talking about the hand for? I like to give everything, like, a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a glow. So, like, I have yellow coming from one side, but then blue coming from the other. And I think I did that with all the characters. I said that part so many times. The real thing is, this video, I ran out of things to say. I said a lot of things on the last video. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. It's not fully done yet, so I would like to go back into him a little bit more. I said in the last video, I want to not rework the shield. I want to give it maybe a bolder edge a little bit. I still have stuff to do on the bottom of that. I didn't finish out, like, the Hulk's legs. I didn't finish. The only one that's the most done is Iron Man, because even Elsa, she's got more background going on, but her like skirt fades to nothing. Like, we got to get some background in here, so I can't wait to finish this one. I'm super happy to have had the chance to sort of have creative freedom and get to do not whatever I want. I was still asking him throughout. I want creative freedom and to do whatever I want. I also want my client to be happy though. So if you ever book for like a creative freedom tattoo, I would expect you to be pretty open to begin with. Definitely book an appointment if you want. I would love to do any creative freedom tattoos, any pop culture tattoos like this. Check out my website, chromaticsauce.com. You can book today if you want. Not for today. But the way I'm doing my booking now, you don't even have to email me first. You can just book an appointment. But email me after so I know what you want. But there's not going to be any waiting. I'm just taking appointments. So if you're down for a creative freedom tattoo, definitely let me know. Don't be scared. I'm pretty easygoing. I would expect if someone wants a creative freedom tattoo that they would be basically open to anything. The creative freedom is more of like you for sure have veto power if the way it's done you don't like, but I would prefer not to be micromanaged. I'm just rambling. If you'd like to book a creative freedom tattoo, definitely book it today. I am open to working with you. That's exactly how I like to do my tattoos. I said in the last video, I'll like layer on key elements. So at that point, I would probably ask, I like to ask like I come up with ideas and I probably bounce it off of you to narrow it down. If it's a bigger piece especially, we have a little bit more time to work on it. But even smaller tattoos, like if you book for a creative freedom tattoo of like a Adventure Time tattoo, you could be like, I want Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, creative freedom. If you show up and I put Princess Bubblegum in the background and you're like, I didn't want Princess Bubblegum, I'm down to change it. I'm open. That's what I'm saying. I'm rambling. No one's booking a tattoo. Maybe you are. If you are, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely check out my Instagram, where I might be posting more recent stuff. And definitely check out my website, chromaticsauce.com. Everything's linked in the description down below. And book an appointment or check out my portfolio. Learn more about me. Comment down below what you think of this video. Anything. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you. Ooh. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye. I did it wrong. That's okay. That's okay.